Hi, I'm MTG, and welcome to my channel where I waste my wild cards on meme decks so you don't have to. And today we're going over actually a commander I did a deck tech for, but it's a little different because we're in Historic Brawl, so we don't have as much access to the cool cards I'm used to using in Commander. But if you're curious about that deck tech, I'll put a link right here. Yeah, technology. So yeah, I guess let's just jump into going over the deck list. See you in a second. All right, here is the deck, and we're rocking Tori D'Avenant, Fury Rider. Hope I pronounced that correctly. If not, please forgive me. So they have Vigilance Trample, and whenever this commander attacks, all other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Other red attacking creatures you control gain Trample until end of turn. Untap each other white attacking creature you control. So what I find that's really helpful about this commander is just the ability of how aggro you have to be, but also can be if you want to just, win early. So I think this commander does really successful, like if you get a pretty aggressive start. So part of that is having things that either will ramp you really quickly into huge threats or just make tokens. So I had stuff like Adeline that were really big threats when you got them out early because of the tokens that they're creating. But I think for, other cards besides Adeline, that really helps bring this deck together are things like Wedding Announcement, where you're creating a body and then it flips and it boosts maybe all the squishy tokens we were making early in the game into something that's a bit tougher to help punch through for that last bit of damage. But I also wanted to have another way because, this deck wants to essentially win early on. That, let's say we're in like the mid to late game and we're not able to really punch through with our squishies as much. We have stuff that can deal like non-combat damage, that if we are making a ton of bodies and are making a ton of tokens, that we have ways to deal damage to our opponent's face. So Witty Roastmaster, I think, is a really powerful card and one that's not really played as much as it should be because it deals 1 damage to each opponent whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control. So that actually adds up quite a bit, especially if you have things like Wedding Announcement or Adeline out where they're just spitting tons of tokens out. You can do quite a bit of damage with this card, especially when Rabble Rousing is out. So if you attack with 3 creatures, it's going to make 3 tokens, and then that way Witty Roastmaster is just going to ping your opponent for a lot of damage. And the same idea too with like Terror of the Peaks. Terror of the Peaks is a lot more of like a common target. I feel like because not as many people pay attention to Witty Roastmaster, that they don't realize how big of a threat it is, especially in a deck like this, where you're making a lot of tokens and just going wide. So it's just a really good game closer outside of Terror of the Peaks. Another thing that I like to do too with this is playing like Burn Down the House, where you make, I think it's like 3 double tokens, and then there you just created 3 bodies, and you can ping, your opponents, and if they board wipe, then they're going to take more damage from that. So I think pairing with those kind of like sudden token maker things are going to really help a lot with dealing damage. And so some kind of backup things if our squishiness or aggro start off, doesn't quite work. The idea is like late game that we can start getting stronger cards down. So try to lean into a few of like the cool things that red dragons have. So like Glory Bringer, Goldspan Dragon, Sanctuary Warden, so all that fun stuff. One of the things too that makes this deck pretty explosive is the early like ramp that you can get in with just treasure tokens. So Sticky Fingers I think is one of my favorite red cards just because it helps with the evasion piece, but it also ramps you really well. And then if that creature that you enchant early on is too squishy and dies, well, now you're getting card draw. So not only does it ramp you really well, but it also helps you draw if you need an answer for something. I also have Fearsome Whelp in here because the perpetually discounting your dragons can be pretty darn great. I also love Reckless Barbarian because of the 2 floating red, so that can help you cast some dragons like Terror of the Peaks pretty early in the game. And then Riveteer Requisitioner I really like because of its ability to create a treasure, but then it also can blitz and let you draw a card. So you can play this for 3 mana, make a treasure token, draw a card, and potentially deal 3 damage. I think that's pretty good. So overall, that's kind of, the, summary of this deck, and I really like it. It's pretty fun. It's not the strongest in the world, I will say that, but if you like just feeling like you can punch face and be pretty aggro, this is a good deck for you. So I'm excited to show you how it does. So I'll see you out there. Oh, Joda, this is gonna be interesting. Probably not going well. I think this is a good starting hand, actually. Be pretty aggro on the start. Maybe take them out before they put anything super good. We'll see, though. It is Joda. Put this down. This is a pretty land. I'm all about the vanity here. Is this other lands? Okay, it's not basic. It's not basic. We'll put you down, my friend. Oh, we're not short on lands. I think we're definitely going to want to get Professional Facebreaker down next. Okay. Oop. Let's actually get this down. See if they'll fight us. You gonna block? They're taking it. Yeah. We're gonna be super aggro. Oh. Alright, I guess that was enough. Hear us. Playing against all the token decks today. I will keep this. We'll just be a control deck right now. I feel like that's the only thing I know how to play. Alright. Let's put down this mountain. And we'll foretell this. And yeah. We're doing okay. This is actually pretty crazy with Witty Roastmaster if we can get some more bodies out. Right. Whenever they cast a non-creature spell, they make a spirit token, and they can sacrifice a spirit to add a floating mana. So is this like a Jeskai control type thing? I always forget what this bird does. Alright, just some wholesome magic here. What you doing, friendo? Alright. So I think I'm gonna just put this down and then play this. If we get something spicy, we can discard line. Ooh, I like a tutor. So we'll get rid of that. And then I'll just go ahead and attack. Sweet. I don't even know. We'll probably want to get some source of like card draw or something. Wonder if they're gonna leave Anna up to counter something too. If they just like pass, then I think I'm gonna drop my commander first to see if they'll counter that. For V Sanders. Alright, that's a good card. We got 2 floating red, right? That, or not 2 floating. So now I have 3 mana ready. 1 floating red. Okay. Fizzled out. So here's the thing. I feel like Bergie is going to be bad, but I think I'm going to wait. We'll do you. For red, I guess. And drop you. Okay. And then I think I will demonic tutor. And I do think we need like a card draw source. And it's been a minute since I've looked at this deck. It's the best card draw source in here. Probably going to be Esper, right? Please tell me to put Esper in here. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Just because they're doing like non creature spell focus. So hopefully I get card draw off that. So I think I'm gonna let Bergie stay for a little bit longer. Maybe do Rabble Rousing and Esper on my turn. And then the turn after that, wipe her out. That's a cool animation. Sweet. Okay, so we have a few options here for removal. We'll drop this. Okay. And then I really wanted to cast Route. Am I making a mistake if I don't cast it? I think so. Let's put Urbrask in there. And then if we attack, we're going to make 2 bodies, which is going to get 2 triggers off that. And I don't think they're wanting to trade their commander or Bergie with Bergie. Kirby? Whatever her name is. Honorary bird? Okay, sweet. Non-creature spell. Ooh, love that card. I think we could actually just win here. Because we take out their commander. They block with Bergie. We attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're done just by the attack. And it goes wide. Hell, they're thinking. Shot. Okay. Don't think we need the. Because they're not going for Esper. There you go. Sorry. I thought they would be going for a witty, but maybe they clicked on the wrong thing. Well, I want to tell you. Your friend's got to go. And we are gonna attack. Because they have trample, I still got this, right? I didn't math. Yeah, just exactly. Woo! Good game. Ooh. Well, I'm always a sucker if 8 lines involved, so keeping that. We'll just put this down, tapped. Yeah, everything's gonna come in tapped, huh? Well, I guess not this. So maybe we put this down, Fearsome Whelp, just to spook people. Or do we want to set up instead? Oh, there's so many good cards. Okay. I think we want Clifftop Retreat, so then that way we can set up to have Adaline go in. Put that down. Ooh, now we get her. Okay. Putting her down. Then Professional Facebreaker, then the Commander. That seems like the aggro play that we want to make. Neat. It's not gonna help us right now. Alright. Put this down on Plains. And then I think we want Professional Facebreaker down. We're gonna attack. Make a treasure token. And let's put Fearsome Whelp down. I don't know if that's really going to give us a huge advantage, but I think I just want to get as many bodies down as possible for all the aggro. Definitely need to deal with that soon. Alright. This is actually a skewed swarm deck. This is not looking good. Okay, this is when I want my massacre worm. I'll drop this. I'll put our friend down here. And what's gonna happen? So we attack and they chump block with a bajillion skewed swarms, or do you think they're not gonna do that? Because what happens if we lose Adeline? I think I'd rather leave this back. I think I'm just gonna throw her in, because the goal here is that if they do chump block with like a bajillion skewities, it's one less for us. Okay, they only threw one in front. Oof, this is looking rough. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of skewities. Now we can get our dragon. We'll put you down. Probably should have done that before, but oh well. I forgot that thing honestly had reach. Let's go ahead and put this down, because I think, again, we're just going to need all the bodies we can get. Jeez. This is bonkers. It'd be so funny if I like top deck Cinderclasm though. Maybe Arena's gonna break. Dang, that's crazy. I think they're just trying to break in Arena, right? They just hit that trigger? There you go. What happened? I was like, did it break? Oh my goodness. Please let me top deck Cinderclasm, because I would... And then they're gonna play Evolving Wilds. They just crash it for themselves. Does it count as a win if they make their own game crash? Boy. We'll block you, block you, block the OG one, block you. And a lot of damage still gets through. Oh, that's interesting. It won't matter, but that's still funny. We'll attack. Ah. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to do that. Attack the treasure. That's no help. their ability again. Back to treasure. Also no help. Rest in peace. Oof, that's rough. Well, we lost to a horde of Scooty Cuties. Can't be that mad, right? Still gonna declare plots because it's a little bit better for the ego. There we go. That'll only be like, what, negative 200 something? Ooh. I'm very dead. GG's. Oh, sweet. I have not played against this. Actually like that hand. Aggro, we got some removal. Good stuff. Decline will be cowards. So this is the new Zer. Human creatures you control have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Pretty darn sweet. We'll put our friend Lion Sash down. Thinking we want to get into some treasure. Great, treasure token. Will attack. Alright. Yeah. On. Or enchantment you control becomes a creature. Okay. So I think I'm gonna just blitz this fellow in so we can get more treasure. I would ideally actually like to play Terror of the Peaks if this resolves. Okay. Use it on that. I do not care. We'll attack. We're gonna make a treasure token. I'll try to be smart and play around that counter spell too. What's the best card in Magic? Goodest of boys. Spirited Companion. I think I still want to... Well, what if they have Essence Scatter in their hand? I think I'll do this. Okay. That's what I was hoping they would do. Because I figured they were going to be countering whatever spell I threw in next. Paying attention, respecting the open blue mana. Remembering to do that. Borrow time. Alright. Bye. Ooh, ramp. It's not the greatest though, but we're a little behind on our plan. But I still think it was worth not playing into their counter spell, even though it would be nice to have Terror at the Peaks down. What do you think, friends? I think I'm going to start with Glorybringer. See if they counter that. Fine with that. We'll attack. Sweet. All right, GG's. I just want to be like really aggro if possible. Got you down. Put on that, and then maybe get sticky fingers on. Hopefully they're not gonna kill it because I don't have a contingency plan. Okay. And Tibalt. because I think this is going to be that's going to help us quite a bit once they get shielded down. Okay. Ramp option isn't bad to go. Oh, this is tough because I really want to get this down. Let's just see what we get with key. Is it worth? I think it's worth it for that. And I'm thinking we put Glory Brainer down. I know it sucks, but I think that was our best option, honestly. Oop. Because Shielder just does too much when she hits the battlefield. And then I think with Sanctuary Warden, like, we'll get a little bit more out of her. And then, so I'm thinking this and then this. Put a lot of, like, pressure on them. Okay, we'll drop you. And so yeah, let's get Shielder or Sanctuary Warden down. We will remove. I think I want to remove a counter from Tybalt because we're not really going to take them down any further. And I'd like to have them survive like a board wipe. We'll just leave that back. We got plenty of manas to murder Shielded when she hits the board. The nice part about treasures too is if key gets destroyed, we still have treasures to be able to cast our removal spell. But unless they get like a board wipe down or something soon, I don't see them really being able to deal with this board state. We start off a little aggro, which I really like. One of the things I like about this commander. Alright. I think we'll be fine. Getting card draw, treasure. We'll deal 1 damage to your face. Sweet. This is kind of useless, but whatever. Alright, that is a good card. We'll put this down on planes. We'll want to put the commander down. And then pop. And we'll attack. Going to remove a counter from Tybalt. Sweet. We're in pretty good standing here. It's gonna chill. So we get Tear the Peaks down. They can't target it because they'll lose 3 life if they try to do removal. And then we attack with Sanctuary Warden, remove her counter, and then the citizen token she creates will let Terror fling the last little bit of damage. So I'm pretty sure we got this. Nice creature. Vault's gone. One way to get rid of them. Well, I am glad I've been removing the loyalty counters then from them. Okay. We'll hit the board. And we'll just murder the heck out of them. The shield counter, like the amount of times that Sanctuary Warden has won me a game is pretty crazy. Good game. GG's. Alright, I hope you had fun watching. I was actually pretty happy with how this deck did overall. Again, it's going to struggle with some of the more like higher tiered commanders, but I think if you can get a really strong start in the beginning with just punching face early on, that maybe you can take on like the Go Shentais, the Jodas, but overall it's probably going to struggle a bit once it gets mid to late game. But I did want to shout out, some of the cards that I thought deserve MVPs in this deck, or at least from what we saw, which was Sticky Fingers, again, because of the early ramp with the treasure tokens, is just really key, especially with this deck where you just want to keep the pressure on your opponents. I really like Riveteer Requisitioner again, just because of that blitz, just really helps you ramp and card draw. And honestly, like Woody Roastmaster, huge part for a lot of the games that I feel like I've played with this deck that helped me just really close out where I couldn't punch through with combat damage, especially when Rabble Rousing's out on the field at the same time. So yeah, I think actually another shout out too, because it really came in handy for the shielded game, was Tybalt's Planewalker. I try to add this in like a lot of red decks because the preventing opponents from gaining life can help you a lot, like really, catch up to your opponent or just make it tough for them to win because they're not able to build maybe the cushion that they're used to. So I think Tybalt played a really big role in why the, shielded game went well, essentially. Yeah. So again, hope you had fun watching and thank you so much for hanging out. Have a good one. Bye.